What up, you guys? Welcome back to my car, my beautiful Ash Gregoire Chamonix Nissan vehicle. I got text messages coming in. What up, Jonathan Epstein texting me in the car today? Yeah, John, I'm typing it right now as you're texting me. All the texts flying in. And what was like a crazy weekend in sports. I don't know how your Sunday kind of started. Mine started with Rafa Nadal. Actually, mine started checking in with the Abu Dhabi tour stop, watching Rory McIlroy dunk it into the water and then choking it away, seeing Victor Hovland win over in the Middle East. And by the way, not only did Victor Hovland win, two of the three best players in the world are 2.5 years removed out of college. So that's kind of how my Sunday started. So once I saw Rory McIlroy kind of fade away, I switched over to tennis and saw my favorite tennis player in the world, Rafa Nadal, pull off this improbable comeback against this feisty, no-nonsense, tells it like it is, number 2 ranked Daniil Medvedev of Russia. And seeing Rafa come all the way back, this guy's going to be 36 years old. He's going to be 36 years old in June. And he not only just came back, he zapped the life out of a guy 10 years his junior. But look, this is all the setup for what was the main event, NFL Sunday. Before I get to NFL Sunday, I want to talk about a new low for the Montreal Canadiens, because not only did they get cracked again by the Edmonton Oilers and the Columbus Blue Jackets, hello, friends, the Montreal Canadiens were outscored 13-5 in 2 games. Like everything about this team, white flag. They are done. Stick a fork in them, baby. Done like roast beef dinner. And watching Jeff Petrie do absolutely nothing when Zach Kassian ran his goaltender over is an absolute new low. An absolute new low. I have never in my life seen anything quite like this before. Ever before. And like, look, it's ingrained in our culture, right? Like, how many of you played like minor hockey and some guy from another team shoots the puck at your goalie pads after a whistle? I mean, dude, like 4 guys on the ice are jumping on that one guy. You do not take liberties with my goaltender. And to see Jeff Petrie, who wears an A on his sweater, who's been in the league for a minute, who's getting paid, to see Sam Montembeault get steamrolled by Zach Kassian of all people, and this guy does absolutely nothing, I would have traded him right then and there. I'd healthy scratch the guy, by the way. Luckily for Jeff Petrie and everybody else, while his wife is busy on Instagram trying to get people to overthrow our government at the federal level, Jeff Petrie's out there watching his teammate get steamrolled, and this guy does absolutely nothing. He said after the game, oh, maybe I should have gotten the guy's face. You think, Jeff? You think you should have gotten the guy's face? I mean, what kind of culture, what kind of attitude are you signing up for here in Montreal? That you can come here and you can play the Montreal Canadiens in any of their remaining games, and it's carte blanche? You have absolute free liberty to do whatever, whenever to anybody on this Canadiens team? Get this poison out of here ASAP. If Jeff Petrie doesn't want to be here anymore, then leave. Ask for a trade. Go find your wife and go find somewhere to be where your freedoms aren't oppressed, because that's how the Petries feel, apparently. So, like, I find it a very dangerous game, and we've seen lots of reaction to this of, Jeff Petrie didn't do this because he wants out of town. He's telling Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon, ship me the bleep out of here, because this is how I'm going to play from here on forward. First of all, I just can't get there. And secondly, like, Jeff Petrie's going to do that to his own career. He's going to sabotage his own future prospects because he's so sick and tired of losing as a Montreal Canadien that he can happily see his teammate get steamrolled. Look, unless Sam Montembeault slept with Jeff Petrie's wife, there's no reason to explain why Jeff Petrie didn't do anything. Ryan Poehling was on the ice, so was Brett Kulak. And like, I'm also tired of this excuse of, yeah, well, he had his back to the play and he didn't see it, or there were no fans, so he didn't hear it. Huh? Bullshit. Who cares? I can tell you right now, at any level of hockey, you have your back to the play that Sam Montembeault is involved in. He gets run over by Zach Kassian, right? And I'm Brett Kulak, so fine. I don't see it right then and there. I don't see it. But I turn my head over my shoulder, and I see my goalie laid out, face first, belly flat on the ice. What do you think I'm doing? You think I'm just going to go, how did that happen? Well, goalie shucks. What? What planet are we on here? Brett Kulak jumped the guy. Ryan Poehling jumped the guy. Jeff Petrie jumped the guy. It's a goddamn gangbang at this point, as it should be. Your goaltender's completely blindsided by Zach Kassian. And look, I don't want to make it out the scene that Zach Kassian put Sam Montembeault into the sixth round of the stands at the Bell Center, which, by the way, was unoccupied. No, he hit him from behind, put his shoulder into Montembeault's shoulder blades, and sent the goalie flying on the ice. Like, that even isn't part of the argument either. And it's an indictment of where this team is at. And I've heard some people try to rationalize, explain. If you head over to TSN 690's Facebook page, facebook.com/TSN 690 Montreal, I asked the question that our old friend Ben Raby put up. Is it possible Petrie doesn't react because there's no fans in the building? It's possible, but again, he sees his goalie belly flat, face first on the ice, and he still does nothing. After the game, he's like, oh, I guess I shoulda. This is what you need to get out of the equation altogether. Who wants to be here? Let's find that out. That's what Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon need to do ASAP. Who wants to be on this team? Who wants to play for the Montreal Canadiens? Who has the balls? Who's going to put them on the table and say, you know what? I don't care that we're getting smoked every night. I don't care that our goalie can't make a stop, which is factual, by the way. I don't care. I want to see compete. And that was the opposite. And, I do disagree with Dominic Ducharme. Colleague Eric Engels of Sportsnet questioned the effort level, didn't think the Canadiens had enough jam in their giddy-up on the weekend, or on Saturday, I should say. Dominic Ducharme took exception. What did he say? Well, we held Connor McDavid off the score sheet. Small victories, man. Small victories. That's where we're at this point. So the Montreal Canadiens are off all week. So they got their bye week going, and then we'll see what happens between now and March 21st. Carey Price spoke. He didn't really say anything. Said everything you wanted to say. Carey Price is a very secretive, keep it close to the chest kind of guy. I would have liked, I suppose, if I could have it all, I guess, I would have preferred to see Carey Price be a little bit more transparent with what he went through, a la Jonathan Drouin, like Drouin did when he came back. But other than that, I'm not entirely comfortable telling somebody how to feel. But I'm glad he spoke. I wanted it. I'm glad he spoke. And we'll see, what Carey Price's future is with the Montreal Canadiens. We know what the future is in the National Football League. We have our Super Bowl 56 matchup. It's coming your way in 13 days. The LA Rams at SoFi will host. They will host the Cincinnati Bengals. I can't believe the Cincinnati Bengals, back from 21-3 down. They lose Uzama. Boyd comes in. Higgins comes in. Joe Burrow looking to be the first guy. Nobody has won a Heisman, a national title, and a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, on the cusp of making history. The line opened up with the LA Rams as 4-point favorites. I think we could call it right now. Jimmy G's era as the quarterback with the San Francisco 49ers is all but over. You see how the post-game interviews went on the field. John Lynch going up to his quarterback looked like a goodbye hug more than a pat on the back. We'll get him next year kind of farewell on the field anyway. But the LA Rams 4-point favorites. Know this if you're putting any money down on the game. Joe Burrow in his time, not a long one at that, as the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, when he goes in as a 3-point favorite, he has never lost a game. Personally speaking, I think it's the LA Rams Super Bowl to lose. Everything about the LA Rams and what they've done, man, looks very good. Odell Beckham Jr. had his best game as a pro. You clearly saw Cooper Kupp. This guy is a video game. He is unstoppable. How do you game plan for a guy like this? I mean, he was just everywhere. Matt Stafford, Aaron Donald wanted no part of celebrating the NFC Championship game. This guy was holding up his finger, one more for the ring. So these guys in LA back to the Super Bowl. It's the second time. Now they've got a quarterback. Now they've got a defense. Now they have offensive weapons. You're asking me today if I'm putting $1 down. I'm going to put it down. And look, I am 0-4. With the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. I'm going to try one more time today on this 31st of January. I do like the LA Rams coming up in 13 days from now. In the Car with Star, brought to you as always, Poutineville, Vaudreuil-Dorion, Ash Gregoire, Chambon and Nissan, and my friends at K-Stop Gas Bar and Depiner, Highway 138 in Ganawage. Happy Restaurant Day, everybody. God damn it. Can you believe it? We're finally here. Oh, shoot. I've got some comments. Restaurants are finally here. What up, Josh? My only reasoning for this, Petrie is injured and he doesn't want to risk more. I don't know. It's disgusting. I agree on that front. Like I said repeatedly, it was disgusting. Thank you, Josh, for watching and tuning into the stream. I appreciate it. Support me by supporting my sponsors, Poutineville, Vaudreuil, like restaurants. Open today. I'm going for lunch somewhere today. Support local restaurants, and I really hope for all y'all that that was it. We're not going to be shut down anymore. These shutdowns, my opinion, don't make a lot of sense, especially for the vaccinated. I understand. But we're here. Restaurants are back, 50% capacity. My friends at Poutineville, Vaudreuil, Dorion will be open on Thursday this week, Thursday right through Saturday, so you can place your order. But in the meantime, yeah, let's go support our friends in the restaurant industry, man. They've been absolutely crushed and decimated, and we're here for you. In the car with Star, baby. We got you. Let's see if I can turn this bad boy off.